in gospel music. Why commonly used? The reason why it's commonly used, it's because it's flexible. And you can use it in a lot of different places. A lot of us don't really have the time to learn everything there is. This is myself included. So we try to learn things that you'll be able to use in many different places. So this is one of those chords, okay? And I'll show you a couple of places that you can use it in. That is the chord. That is how simple that is. Okay. So what is this chord? Let's construct the chord first, okay? Let's construct the chord. So what it is, we're going to construct it from a major chord. Okay, so the major chord we're going to construct it from is the F major chord. So the first thing you do is you play that flat 7. Okay, so it gives it a dominant sound. And as soon as it has that dominant sound, you kind of know that it most likely, or one of the most common places that it goes to, is a 4th up. Okay, so in the key of F, the 4 is the B flat. So that's one of the most common places this particular chord is going to go to. Okay, so now what you do is we add the 6. Okay, so in the key of F, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we add the 6. Okay, so that's a 13 essentially. Okay, so we're adding the 13, we're taking away the 5. Okay, so that's F7, that's the F7 part, that's the 13. No 5. We're not playing the 5. We're taking the 5 away. So that's where the no part comes in. Okay. So that's the chord. That's how simple the chord is. Now, the whole week I was thinking about different songs that you can use, because I wanted to give you like a whole bunch of different songs that you can think of how to use this particular chord in. And I got tired of doing that. So I decided, let me try and do it in one song. I'm going to try to use this particular chord in one song. Okay. But in different scale degrees. So I'll show you how to use this particular chord as the 1, as the 2, as the 3, as the 4, as the 5, as the 6, and as the 7. Okay. And the song I chose is You Look Beyond All My Faults. So it's the same song I used, I think, about 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago. So one of the guys actually asked me for this move. He said, please break down this move. So this is it. This is the chord that you use for that. So let's get into it. So when I get to that particular thing, I'll tell you, okay, this is where we're going to use that chord. Okay, so first we can use it over the 1. And this is the song. See there? That's where you use it over the 1. So you can use it over the 1. Now I'm going to show you how to use it over the 2. Remember, same song. There's the same chord. Okay, so over the 3. Okay, so that's over the 3. Now over the 4. I don't know if you got that, but I use it over the 4 there to get to the 3. Okay. Now over the 5. Okay, so that's over the 5. Now over the 6. Okay, so that was over the 6. That. Okay, so that was the chord to the 6 to the 5. Okay, so now with the 7. Okay, so that was over the 7. Okay. So I kind of forced things in certain places just to fit there, but I mean, that's what you should do. So once you learn a chord, you should try and see how many places you can put it in. Okay, so sometimes it might not work, sometimes it works. So I try to force it into different scale degrees there. Okay, so the chord. Let me just show you quickly. I'm just going to run through it quickly and how I use it in the different places. Okay, so over the 1, remember this is a F going to a B flat essentially. Okay, so it's like a perfect 4th interval. So you're going a 4th away. So whatever key you're going to do this out of, whatever the 4 is from that note. So in the key of F, the 4 is the B flat. That's how you're going to use it for most of the time. Most of the time you can go from the F to the B flat. So anyway, in the key of F, F is the 1, B flat is the 4. So we're using it as a passing chord to get to the 4. Okay, so we use that as passing chord to get to the 4. As the 2, we used it as a passing chord to get to the 5. In the key of E flat, F is 2, B flat is 5. Okay, so we're using it as a 2-5-1 chord progression in the key of E flat. So in the key of D flat, we use it as a 3-6 chord progression, because in the key of D flat, F is your 3, B flat is the 6. Okay, so in the key of D flat, we did like a whole circle. We went 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. Okay, so over the 3, over the 6, over the 2, over the 5, over the 1. Okay, so that's what we did. Over the 4, in the key of B flat, I just used it as like the thing to go to the 3. I can't remember exactly how I did it, but I just remember I did something like that. Okay, so in the key of B flat, F is your 5 and B flat is the 1. So you can just use it as a simple 5-1 chord progression. So from the 2 to the 5 to the 1. Okay, so that's how you can use it in the key of B flat. As the 6 in the key of A flat, F is the 6, B flat is the 2. So we used it like a 6-2 progression. So it sounded something like this. Okay, so we used it from the 6 to the 2, to the 5 and to the 1. Okay, so that's how we did it. So in the key of G flat, F is your 7, B flat is the 3. Okay, so we did a 7, 3, 6. Okay, now I want to show you something just to add a little flavor to this chord itself, because this is the chord, and as it is, you can use quite a bit. You can, so just to show you a couple more things that you can add to this thing to add some spice. Okay, so one thing is the D. You can slide up to the D. Okay, so you can do that. And after you do that, you can also walk down half step. So you go. And what you can do over the B flat, remember this chord goes from the F to the B flat. Over the B flat, you can substitute that B flat for like a diminished chord. And this is the diminished chord. Okay, so this is the diminished chord. You take out the D, play it in your left hand. And this diminished chord, if you want to know how to form it, all you need to do is take the highest note in this chord. And then you know this is your diminished chord is going to land on that. So just from this chord, you play make a diminished chord going down. Okay. Then you take the second note away, play it in left hand. Okay, so that's a drop 2. And now to get to this, what you do is your left hand go up half step, and the second note in this diminished chord you go up half step, and then you go down to the diminished chord. So from the F. Okay, so F, you slide up to the D, half step down, and once you play the half step down, then you play this chord, and then go down to the diminished. Okay, that's classic gospel, right? You'll hear it a lot. Once you get the sound in your ear, you'll hear it used quite a bit. So, another thing you can do is if you look at this right hand chord, it's just a normal minor chord. It's like a D minor. So what you can do is you can come up half step, okay, or you can come up 2 half step. In all the places that I use it at, you can use it again, but you can use it like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can use the exact same place, but approach this chord with like a half step. So, for example, okay, so that's another thing you can do to the chord, just to give it that extra spice, you know, just to take it to that next level. Okay, so I want to show you one more little trick that you can use, and this is when you use it over the 3. Okay, so in what key is the F3? That's in the D flat. Okay, so wherever you use it in, just think of where is it the 3, and then you can use this little trick. So this typically happens when you kind of end a song. You play like a 2-5-1 chord progression, but it goes something like this. In this song, for example, it goes. Okay, so a lot of songs kind of have that ending where they go on the 1, and then they go 2-5, back to the 1, and the melody is the 3 on the 1. Very specific. So in this particular example, you can substitute this particular chord and it will sound very nice. Okay, so what you do is on this 3, instead of going to the 1, you substitute it for the 3, which is the thing I showed you, and you do that diminished chord thing. And then you do the exact same thing over the 2. So if you knew this move over the 2, you do the exact same thing over the 2 to get to the 5 and then 1. Okay, so I'll play that thing around a few times just so you can hear how it usually sounds, and then I'll show you how it sounds once you put that little substitution in. So it goes. Now the substitution. Okay, that's a little substitution. This usually works when the chord that you're playing lands in the 3 melody. And after that, you play 2-5-1 chord progression. So go. Okay. So that's it, guys. I hope that made sense. I know I was all over the place there, but I hope you got something out of this. And if you did, leave a comment. Let me know. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. And if you enjoyed the video a lot, I shot another video where I showed 10 of my favorite chords and licks. So thank you if you enjoyed this one. You'll enjoy those. Okay, so click the link below and I'll send you that video. See you again real soon. Thank you. God bless you. Bye.